A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the visitor's sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side is Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete to Addison. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here is 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Now McCarthy. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD. And another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get it on the first round. He has excellent hands. Even if he's still with us, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Gets around him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll throw with May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Norris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's May. He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Norris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norris. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the play.
To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like...
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. So let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air with McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 95 yards.
They set a nice tone in week one. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. May. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing here is May.
29-yard line.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 7-7, our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Tolbert, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Vikings 7.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Back down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
Vikings first down. First and 10.
That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 26.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down. First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Play after right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third
to the air. May. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete.
McCarthy's pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10.
Back to throw now on first down. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 1. at the 45.
2nd and 1. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's caught by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's May. Come back right into the hands of Tolbert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's another Steelers.
They'll throw with May. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
17 more yards.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. To throw, it's May. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Daniel Bellinger in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Saints in the NFC South. And it's Devin Neal. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Saints are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's Darnell Washington. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. This one's gone to half. They're all square at 17 apiece. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's the lefty, Michael Penix. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Falcons with a 10-point lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Second and 13. That's into the hands of Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a third down and 3. From the gun, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On the play. And the Steelers first down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Steeler first
Things
down.
looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. Throwing here is May. He's got the connection to Moore. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's another Steelers first down.
They'll run on first down. Morris. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
We're going to throw. May. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost...
He's got a man complete. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Vikings...
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So from the 37, here's second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They'll go again with Mason.
37-yard line.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs, and have that relentless. Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Steelers' 14.
Here's McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 6.
Throwing is McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another.
They run it with Mason. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 30-40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll drop the throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
And there they go. It's Norris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On play action, McCarthy. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steelers' offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll find Metcalf. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
McCarthy's pass.
3rd and 3.
To T.J. Hawkinson. A gain of 9.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
21 yards. And the Vikings first down.
He's going to try and do this himself. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Running left, Mason. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much yards to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a give, right side. Norris. And caught up. And the Vikings pick up the football. Inside the 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. The scoop and score is an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rolling it into the end zone for 6. This crowd alive again. So we're headed for the exits, but a fourth quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back.
That's good.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
First down, Steelers.
They'll try the left side. It's Norris. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's May. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Coverage by Byron.
From the shotgun, May with it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Steelers first down.
They'll throw with May. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's 1st and goal. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Norris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A 23-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 55 seconds left. 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He's back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Ty Felton. Incomplete. Peyton Wilson on the coverage.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
And 8.
They'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Steelers, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.